Corner. We are on the last day of June, so the final day corner. One turn, and it's an action that's evergreen or an ability that's evergreen. We've done all the abilities, so I've got a new deck here, and I just wanted to get in terms of the mechanical name. So the action that we're going to be looking at today is the draw action. A lot of blue draw decks, so we're doing white draw deck. Mono white and artifact. And we will go take on Mr. Little Bit here. I only have 4 removals, 4 Fierce Retributions. It's probably a good thing I have them up front. The big impetus for trying this out is I like Platoon Dispenser. I have 3 copies of it. But usually when I end up putting it in my decks, I end up playtesting the deck and it's not good at the 5-drop position. I have to take it out. They chose to mill themselves. Okay. We're going to be like that, are we? Let's go ahead and put the Circuit Mender out. They can trade with the Prowler. We still get to draw a card. Uh-oh, Rad King. Legendary Rat Shaman. Great. Everybody has Toxic now. Not good! I can block with a rat, though. They're finally going to mill me. They don't attack. Interesting. Platoon Dispenser! You know why? Is they want all the rats. That's what's going on. Okay, they do not attack. We'll go ahead and attack with the rats. And since we have 2 or more creatures, because they're not going to get rid of the rats because they want them, we get to draw a card after that. All the rats they can get their hands on. And we want to use these as soon as we possibly can. They don't attack with the rat. Let's get rid of the flyer. They can still sacrifice another creature. They do. Yes, we can create one more here. We'll use it against that and get rid of that. 2 more poison counters. Will this be enough? We've got 2 or more other creatures, so we still get card draw out of things. And they're going for their own version of card draw. I haven't seen... There's green. They're still waiting on blue, I guess? Well, these are first strikers, so that's not a problem. Oh, never mind. I forgot they did that. My bad. Okay, in that case, let's put down the 7/7. Or the 3/3 for 7. Bingo. We can only use the Skull Bomb as a sorcery to do the +2/+2, but we can sacrifice it any time as an instant, so... Why are they bringing down 2 of those? Just to dig through their deck again. They're willing to lose the 3/3. Did they just whiff? I think they just whiffed. Okay, what do we want to do? This feels good. It's not us. We're waiting on the opponent to figure out what they're going to do. And I think we just bring down a Platoon dispenser. If these guys are really just trying to do the rats all over the place, then I don't think they have a board wipe. And we'll get 2 colorless soldier creature tokens out of this, so we can block the menace as well. And they don't have any flyers currently. Okay, get card draw and prevent the damage. That's a decent tactic. Are any of these rats artifacts at all? I could, if they do more enchantment sagas, Lauren could help out there, so we'll keep that in mind. Who knew? I feel like I don't want them to do that. Let's see if we can fake them out. Oh, they're just going to let that through. Okay. In that case, we're just going to destroy you completely. They'll just sacrifice it. So we don't need to pay for it anymore. It's still gone, but they did get a card draw out of it. End the turn. Get a card draw. I forgot. I don't get the creature tokens. I got to pay for the creature tokens. I get the card draw. They just have another one. And they're going to go for the draw again. I wonder if they have a way to keep getting these out of the graveyard, and that's why they're so willing to dig through their deck all the time. Yep, they got another one. We've got an Aganjo that's just burning a hole in our pocket. They can just sacrifice themselves. What a jip. A target. That's all that all of you are to me. You're just targets. What? How dare you? So they're going to get the Prowler out. And so they give that... Oh, that's good. That's good. Except I can get first strike here. They don't know that. Okay, the problem is they have another one of those. And they can keep doing stuff like that. Get rid of you. I've got enough mana, so we can do this. No attacks. End the turn. Draw a couple cards. Another one. They get 4 life out of that deal, but that's it. I'm not sure that was worth it. Okay, what to do, what to do, what to do. I can go ahead and bring this puppy out. They take the damage. They know it's going away. But 1 and a 2 and a 3. That was kind of fun. 24 cards left. They've gone through most of their deck too. They're about the same. But now I can block with a whole bunch of things that I don't mind sacrificing to get at the Moon's Legacy here. Not again. Okay, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. They're really trying now, aren't they? All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, that would be 11. What if we just get rid of those two? Down to 8 and 5 poison counters. Okay, so get rid of... Oh, I can't do that to that. It's got to be one that I control. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. You know what? I'm not sure that I do anything. Create a token, do nothing else, get a card draw. Okay, I've got the 2 other removal spells. And right now they can't sacrifice anything. Nashi can't summon Nashi, right? It shouldn't do much good. It would just wipe one of the other copies out. Now, if they had Mirror Box, that could be interesting. Scroll shift. They don't get the lifelink points. I draw a card. Aha! And that's an artifact creature, right? So, Lauren... That works against it. No more life gain. And one of these. In the turn, draw a couple cards. Well, the drawing function works. And they give up. Yeah, we still had one more of those. And we could start flying soon. So, I was getting ready to do the +2. and do like 12 points of damage in 2 turns with the Combat Thresher. I just want to get up enough little soldiers so that I felt that I could have one of my guys abandon its post. Alright, that was a very long introductory battle. Lots of standoff in there. But, let's go in. And I need a name for the deck, so I guess we're just going to call it Dispenser Draw? Or let's just do Platoon Draw. I'll change it back if you like Dispenser Draw better. Okay, I was looking at Platoon Dispenser, right? At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more other creatures, you draw a card, and it can power itself for its ability, because for 4 mana you can create another creature token. So all you need is enough mana, and you can go ahead and create all the tokens that you need, and they count in terms of the card draw. So drawing is a universal part of the game. I don't know that you could really call it an evergreen action, so to speak. It's just drawing cards, right? But you know what? We went through just about every other mechanical term that there was that was evergreen, and we dipped into the deciduous ones too. So we're going into a more universal theme for the final one. Okay, I think we had a good month. We had a lot of variety in our decks. So I think I need a reward to just let me go back and do one of the things that I like the best. Let me draw a bunch of cards during this game. So that's the theme. We have 4 Basilica Skull Bombs. We can give our creature +2/+2, and it gets flying till end of turn. Draws a card to replace itself. We do have 4 Fierce Retributions for interaction. 1 Zenith Chronicler. Whenever a player casts their first multicolored spell each turn, each other player draws a card. Lorna, the third path to take care of artifacts and enchantments, and whenever you tap it, you and target opponent each draw a card. For the scroll shifts, I can exile 1 target creature, artifact, or enchantment I control, then return it to the battlefield and draw a card. Circuit Mentor gains 2 life. When it leaves the battlefield, it draws a card. Quick Draw Dagger. When it attaches itself to a target creature you control, it gains first strike until end of turn. This one is about the only one that doesn't draw a card. Little combat trick. I do have 1 Supply Drop. You can flash that in and give +2/+2, and for 4, you can sacrifice it and have it draw a card. And Sigarda's Splendor, of course, is well known. That's the one enchantment I have in here. If your life total stays the same or increases, then you get an extra card draw. And whenever you cast a white spell, you gain 1 life. For the Tawashi Guidebots, when they enter the battlefield, you put a counter on target creature. Costs 4 to make them draw a card. You just tap them to draw the card. If you have a modified creature, it only costs 3. If you have 4 modified creatures, it's free. You just tap the Guidebot and get free cards. The dispensers we went over, we've got 3 Might Stone and Weak Stones. We can use those to draw 2 cards, but since I only have 4 interactive spells, I'm probably going to be forced to use these for the -5/-5 ability. But once we get them on the field, they generate 2 mana that you can use to cast artifact spells, and most of what we've got here is artifacts, except for Lauren. I think we ended up with artifacts everywhere else, including the Combat Threshers, which do count for the 3 white mana for the prototype cost as a 1/1 double striker, and if we can cast it later for the 7, or just use Scroll Shift. We had a Blink deck where we did this a lot with the prototype artifact creatures. Just blink it out and it'll come back. If we only made it a 1/1, it'll come back as a 3/3. 4 Fair Basilicas for card draw, a couple of Aganjos, and 2 Field Runes instead of 1. And it's that simple. We're going for draw card advantage, and we're hoping that that'll get us over the hump. And if I can get my game to respond, we'll go in and try and go up against somebody else. See if we can do it a little bit faster. The rat decks can get you, but we wore them down. Is that the opposite of what usually happens? They really had all the rats, didn't they? They had legendary rats. They had rats from the March of the Machines Aftermath. They were playing 3 colors to get those rats out. I am interested in people who I've got a couple hundred subscribers that I love and cherish dearly, and but not all of them can manage to see every video. But I am interested in those of you who caught multiple videos from Evergreen Month to get your impressions. Nobody's ever really given me feedback on Evergreen Month. It's completely a fabrication of my own choosing. I did it just to kind of show newer players how mechanics work and emphasize them, and show how you can overload an opponent with the same threat, the same type of threat, just by having so many of the same mechanic. And if they're not prepared for it, then they will fall. But yeah, since we're at the end of the month, if you've been hanging out and checking things out, let me know what you thought overall. Do we do something here? I think we'll go ahead and take the hit, and we'll use a Ganjo as a removal spell, so to speak. Unless they're gonna pump that thing up. Oh, they're gonna pump that thing up. Hey, when it's put into the graveyard, it gets to draw a card. Hey! Ouch! That hurt. Maybe they have another one? If they have a protection spell, we are in trouble. Haste. Alright, let's go ahead and use this now to prevent 7 more points of damage. So they're going to get 2 more card draws, 3 points of damage, and a treasure token. It's a good day for them. What can we do? We're kind of missing... We missed a land drop. Not good, because we can't activate this except as a sorcery anyway to pump it up, so the dragon gets to hit us again. And here comes Felden, which I won't mind having him come in. And did they kick that? They kicked it. Ugh. Taking so much damage. Alright, so we got that. That will be pretty much all we can do. Another one of those. And I think that's all she wrote. That was so fast. Well, they did get to go first, right? Yep, they got me there too. That's kind of what happens when you win a battle too well, right? Irene has to come in and show you how things really work. So in a deck that's entirely made out of card draw, they just made me miss the land drop. Not cool, Arena. Let's have a couple of battles where I don't have to get land frozen. Can we do that? Ever? Really, the one thing that I shouldn't have to worry about with a deck this heavily full of card draw, almost every other card is a card draw, I should not have to worry about getting my lands. See, they're apologizing already. 3 lands up front. My opponent is discontinued. They mulligan. Alright, they're going first as usual. We don't get to go first that much. We get to go first maybe a third of the time if we're lucky. I'm assuming they have something to destroy artifacts, so they just got to figure out where they're going to put their stuff. Let that come through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine, because this only costs 3, right? Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of the initiate, because they could destroy target artifacts and enchantments, and we do not want that. Alright, so Garter Splendor. Next. That's what I wanted. 7 lands, 7 for the Combat Thresher, draw a card. Life is good. And my opponent finally got a 3rd land. They went whomping on me for quite a bit. Let's see if I can make it up now. I got 7 lands to their 3, so I should be able to do something. Like maybe destroy your enchantment? And let's go ahead and put out the bot. And we're close to being able to use the Skull Bomb. We're hoping they chump block. We want a clear field. If they get a 4th land and have it depopulate, we're going to be in trouble. A 2/2. Ah, here's the star of the show. Attack! You take it. And then I should be able to draw the card next turn with the Toashi Guide Bot. Activate ability! And they don't wait for me to catch up. It is if you're a pacifist and you don't like to do harm to digital beings, and you feel sorry for the creatures that we planeswalkers summon to do our battles and stuff. You can just go create a draw card deck, and when the opponent sees how many cards are in your hand, they give up. And it happens a lot. And with 4 Skull Bombs, we get one pretty normally in the start of our hand. Second time in a row, we got 2 of the 4 Fierce Retributions in our hand, which could come in handy, so I will never complain about getting these. Unless my opponent has a creatureless deck. Then I will start complaining. That's the way that works. Ninja deck. Okay. Can I draw a card advantage my way out of a ninja attack? When they've got flyers. I don't have to discard my cards when I draw them. Okay, so we'll sacrifice that one. You don't usually see Incriminate used. Alright, we're gonna stay put for now, be on defense. Now we have 2 flyers. And I'm kind of hoping they don't have a ninjutsu spell. Oh, gross. They do not have a ninjutsu spell. They they tapped out. All right. 3 for a Ganjo. 2 for that one. And I guess we just have to go ahead and bite the bullet. Yeah, let's do this. If they get another Silver Fur Master or a Planeswalker, right, we can get card draw out of it. And I don't like losing my Combat Thresher to the Silver Fur Master, so maybe we can just have it blocked. We can use Chronicler to block the Silver Fur Master. There's Planeswalker. Well, not a Planeswalker, but a multicolor. What are they going to get? Don't take my Fierce Retributions. You're going to take my Fierce Retributions. They're going to take them. That's all I have. And the problem is, this is one of the worst cards. This is one of the most insidious because most other cards, if they take something from your hand, Arena has the decency, Wizards has the decency to give you something. You didn't take it? They took the Guide Bot. I don't believe that. Thank you? They see what's in my hand now, but... Okay, so... you are an enchantment creature. You are now destroyed. And I keep 2 mana up for the Fierce Retribution. And they get my Guide Bot. Disgusting. What? Why would you do that? You see my hand. You know I have that. That's just weird. Alright, Cigar to Splendor will kick in. Card draw advantage comes back. Yeah, you get card draw 2 with that. Until you don't. They found another way to card draw. How dare you? That's my theme. Does that make this a mirror match? I see you 4-3. I raise you a 3-3 with double strike. Now you're out of ways to card draw. I, however, am not. I feel like this is turning into another standoff. It's okay. We're making card draw, we're making land drops all the time. And our card draw is really about to kick in next turn. Ah, there goes a flyer. No way! I have first strike. Do you have... You do not have a trick. Is that just an oopsie? Sometimes the opponent would just scoop as soon as they realize they made that kind of an error. I just feel like letting that speak for itself. 3 card draw. Oh yeah. Come on through. They finally did a ninja trick. Okay, so they can make me discard something from my hand. What would you choose? Between Fierce Retribution and the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. They choose Fierce Retribution. And you would be wrong. The correct answer was Basilica Skull Bomb. We are drawing with the Might Stone this time. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm kind of just playing around at this point because it lets me draw more cards. Plus, if they attack with a network disruptor, then the sky is undefended. You can return one target creature. What do you send back? You send back the Combat Thresher. Okay. Bring back down the network disruption. How close can we get to milling ourselves without actually doing it? Alright. We're getting to the point where we have to discard our lands. I guess that means it's time to end the game. They've got to have removal, so maybe get rid of one removal card. There we go. Maybe I should have put a flyer in the deck. And they do. They have yet another ninja. Keeping my health down. Down lower than before. That one flyer is doing a lot of work. Alright, I probably should have just thrown away the basilicas. But I need to get some life back. Need to get some life back. Need to get some life back. And I think it's time to just do this once. This will get rid of the flyer. Or they take 10 points of damage. They're going to take 10 points of damage. Alright, we kept 3 mana open, so we have options, options, and options. Technically an options there. They don't wait for the attack. It was going to be so much fun. Alright. Since those are battles where I'm almost through my whole deck, so I guess we will end it here. Let me go in and show you the deck one more time. The Fierce Retributions were awesome. The Mind Stone and Weak Stones we actually used to draw instead of do the -5/-5, but that gives us 7 interactions as far as removing creatures. Plus we got a couple of combat tactics with the supply drop and the quick draw dagger to give something first strike that they don't think has first strike. And the Scroll Shift also makes for a nice surprise. Notice that I only needed 1 Cigar to Splendor, and I still was like getting down to like only 12 cards left in my deck. You don't need necessarily, with this type of environment, to have more than one of those. Although if they do have a way to destroy enchantments, then you don't get that anymore. But even there, we didn't have a flyer, so they kept pinging us every turn, so we didn't get a lot of the advantage from Cigar to Splendor for a lot of turns in a row as well. But we had the alternates ready, and I finally got to put together a deck where I get to use Platoon Dispenser, I get to cast Platoon Dispenser, it stays on the field, and I use it. I get to use its ability to draw the cards. That was what I was going for, so I'm extremely happy with the way this deck turned out. Granted, I should probably have a flyer in there somewhere. Maybe Zenith Chronicler can go away, and I'll have one less draw card kind of condition as long as I have a flyer. Although, you know, you could do like the battle where you bring the battle down and you draw a card, and then it turns into the Flying Angel with Vigilance afterwards if you get the battle points off. So there are some options there. But as always, let me know what you think of the deck, if you change anything. Remember to like and subscribe. And that's the end of Evergreen Month. Remember to let me know what you thought, if you want to see something different next year for Evergreen Month. And yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.